That is MK Ultra admittance right there. And this is how they get ordinary people to do extraordinary and heinous things against their will. You've no idea the scope of MK Ultra. Second, it became increasingly difficult, Helm said, to conceal the CIA funds that supported these activities as the scale of the operations grew. By fiscal year 1967, for example, over $3 million was budgeted by the CIA for youth and student programs, and $6 million for labour programs. By 2018, the budget for youth and student programs has risen to $22.5 million and $45 million for the labour programs. And most of the funds were transmitted through legitimate or devised foundations, that is, fictitious entities established by the CIA. All of those organisations need to be shut down. In some cases repurposed, but most cases, in my opinion, deleted. But the use of philanthropic organisations was a convenient way to pass funds, in that large amounts could be transferred rapidly and in a form that need not alert unwitting officers of the recipient organisations to their source. In addition, foundation grants bestowed upon the recipient with the apparent blessing of the foundation. And the funding pattern involved a mixture of bona fide charitable foundations, Clinton, devised foundations and funds, and these are called CIA frontmen, drawn from a list of America's most prominent citizens and lawyers representing undisclosed clients. Now, the CIA's intrusion into the foundation field in the 1960s can only be described as massive. Excluding grants from the big three, Ford, Rockefeller and Carnegie, of the 700 grants, over $10,000 given by 164 other foundations during the period 1963 to 1966, at least 108 involved partial or complete CIA funding. More importantly, CIA funding was involved in nearly half the grants the non-Big Three foundations made during this period in the field of international activities. In the same period, more than 1/3 of the grants awarded by the non-Big Three in the physical, life and social sciences also involved CIA funds. Bona fide foundations rather than those controlled by the CIA were considered the best and most plausible kind of funding that covered for certain kinds of operations. A 1966 CIA study explained the use of legitimate foundations was the most effective way of concealing the CIA's hand, as well as reassuring members of funded organisations that the organisation was in fact supported by private funds. You know what? You can carry on, Americans, blaming Muslims, Russians, Chinese, Democrats, Republicans, or any other named boogeyman. But this show has warned of the fuck-off elephant in the room. Housed in this country and embedded like a virus into all other countries as the main source of the world's problem under the banner of Five Eyes. They all need to be closed down as a matter of urgency and national security, pardon the pun, CIA. They are a cancer on this planet, and unless that is treated quickly, it spreads like the fake COVID, which is, in part, their think tank creation as well. Right, let's have some word magic time again. The saying, cops are the law. They are law enforcement officers. And yet too few ponder on exactly what they're stating. In the past, they were policemen and women, and now they are officers. Why? Because officer is a corporate position is why. And so are they. Cops are the law. No, they're not the law. They are supposed to be there to uphold it, not be it. Big difference. Now, if only cops upheld the law for this lot. Can you imagine working for a company that has a little over 500 employees and at one point had the following statistics: 29 accused of spousal abuse, 7 arrested for fraud, 19 accused of writing bad checks, 117 have directly or indirectly bankrupted at least 2 businesses, 3 have done time for assault, 71 cannot get a credit card due to bad credit, 14 have been arrested on drug-related charges, 8 have been arrested for shoplifting, 21 are currently defendants in lawsuits, and 84 have been arrested for drunk driving. Can you guess which organisation this is? It's the United States Congress. And this is why we have to build a better way, with better people, better thinking, better actions and better solutions that combines the plethora of differing groups into one powerful group. And that group is the People's Club.